A recent comment about a post got me into a conversation with a trading friend of mine. Search the internet and you're going to find courses running upwards of $3,000. Now I've seen that number put to shame with courses running into 5 digits. Now some of them ramble on about the secret they found. Some are all about the innovative uses of standard technical indicators. Now I have the good fortune of knowing a few traders, and some of them have been very, very successful for decades. And one thing I have heard over and over and over again is that there's nothing new in trading. Sure, a tweak here and there on a standard indicator, but overall, there's nothing new. Actually, what I wrote in the post was similar, I was told, to what is being sold at a pretty penny on the internet. The interesting thing was that I had zero clue about who was being talked about as the seller. It was logically buying at a support zone with a confirmation from a momentum indicator. I could have used the lower Bollinger Band poke through into the support area. Logical, and because someone may have packaged and sold the information with a hefty price tag, it does not make it theirs. Now that brings up something else. A few years ago, I had a video about supply and demand trading. It was showing live trades in a real account, and I was walking through why I took that trade. A comment appeared, and that person said they see no supply and demand in the areas I was talking about. It turned out that he was from a VSA background, and he'd been taught something totally different. I also had to point out that a lower trend line is routinely called a demand line, and playing semantics made nobody money. I see it all the time where someone has been taught something, and they hold tight to that very narrow focus. They read something, but attribute it to someone else as if that person invented it. But here's a news flash. It's meaningless. What's meaningful is if you can use that information to make money. It doesn't matter that a trader had a different view of what supply and demand was than I did. What mattered is I executed according to a plan, and that trade was a mega hit. Now that leads me to Purists. A friend of mine is a huge fan of Elliott waves, and while I understand the basics, the rest is mumbo jumbo to me. I heard there are about 60 modules in the first level of the EW course, so you can imagine that he knows things I don't or even care to know about. He can show me 5 ways, and I would find 5 totally different ones, and he had no problem pointing that out. Was it subjective? Of course, and that's one that knocks against it, but it's not one that I find to be that important. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter. My 5 or 3 wave count may be totally different, and that just shows that there will be differences across the entire trading community. What does matter is if what I choose leads me to profitable trading. I am not in this game to be the most accurate wave counter EW has ever seen. I want to make money, and I can pick what I like from EW, apply it, and reap the rewards or suffer the loss. But that's the point, right? Take the profits and the losses and see the P&L on your side at the end of the month. Getting caught up in the who said what proper terminology or the precise way of doing things is academic, and it's not going to lead you to profitable trading. And that is where, in my opinion, your focus should be. Focus on what matters. Someone will always come out with some new indicator inputs, new terms for a common candlestick formation like kangaroo tail, new indicator combinations, and getting caught up in that part of the business, it's pointless. That said, many people have no idea on how to make their own trading system. There are a handful of companies that offer profitable trading systems, plus the support that you're going to need to lower the learning curve. And I say a handful because most of them make their money off of you, not the markets. NetPicks and the team are real traders in all markets, including the options. Is that value? I believe so, and the costs are reasonable considering what's offered. Profitable systems used by the team and the ability to have their ear when you encounter issues is value. It's not a guaranteed win because much of trading is implementation, but you will at least have a fighting chance.